Hvor er det man slår den på? Den. Ah, nice. Okay. It's very balanced. I don't need to put my foot down when it's slow, when it goes slow. It's a very unique feeling, I gotta say. I like it. I do. My legs are kind of halfway, a little bit forward, but not very. See that? The windscreen is, whoa. There's a lot of wind today, so can't blame the Vulcan for that. How are we gonna do this corner on a cruiser, huh? Can we scrape some pegs? No. Not even close. I went slow. I don't feel completely in control of my machinery yet. It's very unusual. Let's see. Can we get up to 80? Yes, that's 80. No problem. Oh, we're on a cruiser now. Yeah, the seat is very good. The stance is very comfortable. You know, I guess on a very long ride, the lower back does get some pressure here. I don't know. With all the wind and there's something is flapping around on my helmet. Can you hear it? It's banging on. There is a lot of turbulence on my body here. Something is, I don't know if this windscreen is making it happen, but there's a lot of turbulence, a lot of wind on me. But I don't see, the one thing, I wish I had gear indicators or a rev counter, because I can't really hear the engine. So I don't know if I'm running it hot now or what. I don't even know what gear I'm in. It's a little bit annoying, actually. I gotta get used to that. Okay, I'm in first. Now I'm in second. Whoa, ho, ho. I'm not used to handling it yet. Oh, galore. So I think you're supposed to rest on your toe balls on these foot pegs, and then you sort of lift your toe up to shift. I think I'm gonna want floorboards, to be honest. It handles slowly, but I think it feels good in the corners. That little one was pretty good. And you know, if you start flicking it like this, that's not very useful information, really. You need to know, like here, what does it feel like here? Feels planted and solid and easy to maneuver. I'm kind of used to having a little bit more acceleration on tap, you know. I try lower gear. There's not much to speak of. But cars are on my eyes. They're not impressed with my speed, I can tell. There's a tractor, I can draft behind him. Thank you, Buster. Go on, Buster. Sorry about that. I'm new on this thing, and I waved him ahead, and I don't think I was in the way too much, but I can't. I gotta make sure I don't crash in any of these corners, because it feels, once you start leaning it over a little bit, it's a different thing than my Tenere, obviously. Let's stop here. Yes, yes, we can. so we have at least have a chance of ever returning this bike. Let's stop here and have a look at it, shall we? That's the kill switch, okay. That's my first proper cruiser ride, people. Can you see it? Can you dig it? Oh, it's a very interesting feeling, a new feeling. I think I could survive with these pegs even further forward. Is that... I wonder if this has the ability to move the pegs further forward. I know the newer Kawasaki's have, because then I would put it even further. And maybe some floorboards and a toe heel shifter. Other than that, yes, I do feel they are comfortable, but there are some trade-offs in comfort, I think. But I gotta get used to how to rest my foot on these pegs also. I'm sure there's a way, but a floorboard would be even better. Yeah, it's a beautiful bike. I do like that feeling when you just, you're hunched, you're like it's like an attack stance in a way. Very relaxed attack stance. It's actually not an attack stance at all, but it feels good. And then getting on it, I'm bumping into the screen and the bags, and the exhaust is hot. Lots of new sensations. Let me practice some slow speed maneuvering. I think it's easy to maneuver. You gotta use your arms a little bit. Oh yeah. I cut that corner. If you put your toes outwards, you have don't go wide. Yeah, it's a bit of a learning curve, but it feels pretty good, I gotta say. I don't feel like I'm going too slow, or I'm like I couldn't travel like this. On the contrary, actually, I do feel like this is kind of my speed, Go the speed limit, but in style, with some gentleman quality. It's the wind. I'm laughing at the wind. It's not... I am surprised. I do wonder if I would try to take off this whole thing, especially the top one, because it's flapping about. It's taking away my freedom, my freedoms. I like the way it feels in the corners. This position, this vibe. I don't really need to lean much on this, because I feel on the Tenere my weight is so big compared to the bike that any little movement of my body just completely changes the dynamics. Here it's just more, it's more sensible in a way. It makes more sense. Yeah, this is nice. I like this machine, I really do. Okay, it doesn't really pull at all. It doesn't have acceleration and torque, I mean, in the sense that the Tenere has. It's heavy, so it takes some little time to get moving. So I would have to say goodbye to that thing. But maybe this is a sweet spot, because if you have a 1600 engine or 1900, I'm sure that's fast in a straight line, but it's also very heavy. Then everything just changes. It becomes a hassle in the parking lot and stuff. This one is fine to maneuver, I think. There's some heat on the right side. I think it's the exhaust that's heating me up a little bit. Okay, we gotta live with that. I like this machine. I like the feeling of sitting like this. Feels I don't know how to describe the feeling, but maybe it's just different. Maybe it's something new. I don't know. It feels like I'm moving through the landscape in a different way. You know, it feels like the journey itself is the key to this machine, not necessarily the destination. You know what I mean? Because you're traveling in style. You have a little bit of flair. The Tenere is purely practical. It's a practical machine. Wow. I'm not used to the foot pegs positioning. Whoa. Sorry everybody. Coming through. And I'm grabbing that front brake a bit fast. I haven't quite gotten used to where it grabs. And we're shifting up. Now we're getting along with this machine pretty nice, I'd say, for a first test. First time on a cruiser. I'm out here living large. I'm starting to feel a little bit of that tingle in my belly, you know. No, that was a good gear to be in. No reason to shift down there. This feels like just a machine. You're gonna go out just to go out to see the world. I get some good feeling on this thing, I do. And I love that sound. It's not loud, but it's like a lion. Whereas the Tenere is like a hyena, you know. It rumbles the right way. I love it. God damn, I think I love this machine. It does not, the brakes are slow, but okay. You know, if something happens really quickly, definitely there's less stopping power in this. Or the stop length is longer than on the Tenere, by a big margin, I think. God damn, am I gonna have to buy this machine? No, don't do it. I gotta try other stuff, okay? Don't rush into anything. I want to try other cruisers. I'm going to try other bikes in general, just to make sure let me just get on over here.
Jeg likte feelingen, altså, jeg må si det. Jeg likte ikke den skjermen her.
Nei,
Den står og blaffer og var veldig irriterende, så var det veldig mye turbulens uansett.
Altså...
Okay, so I've been testing the Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Custom. It was a 2015 model with only 5,000–6,000 kilometers on it. So it's a very good candidate for a cruiser. And here in Europe, they stopped making those cruisers when the emission regulation becomes stricter and stricter. Which is a shame, because that's a beautiful motorcycle, you know. I think you could sell a couple of those to the Harley crowd if it's half the price, you know. A Harley Fat Boy in Norway starts at like $50,000 or something, $45,000. I don't think it's that expensive in America. But over here, Harley cruisers, they're kind of a collector's item. It's not really. There's quite a few of them for sale that are very old and have very low mileage, And I'm wary of those bikes because the cost of repairs is quite high. I can't afford it, But I can afford that cruiser and keep it running. It's got belt drive, and low mileage. I think I could put a lot of miles on that bike. I really could. And there was a feeling, I especially like the way the legs, the knees, the way you have your legs forward. I think I could even like it even more forward than it was. I don't think that's the biggest cruiser, but it was just enough room to just feel really good. And I don't know, I really liked it. And he gave me an offer on a trade-in on this. And doing what I've done with this Tenere Extreme, which is buy it brand new and then own it for a year. Oh, that's the stupidest deal you can make. That's the worst. I'm gonna lose. If I take that deal, I lose so much money on this. Oh my God, I'm not a businessman, that's for sure. This is the worst kind of trade you can make. But then again, what should I do if I ride it for 3 years and then sell it? It's still going to be worth less. I just got more riding done in that depreciation. Still, and I don't want this bike anymore. I can tell you that. It's this kind of riding is just so incredibly boring on this bike. Whereas on the cruiser, you just feel something when you're on it. You feel that stance, that sitting position, the sound. It's not made to do much more than just cruise around. This thing is more like I don't know. You're supposed to do a lot on this. That's when it comes alive, when you're jumping over logs. And it's fine. It's a fine motorcycle. Still blinking, by the way. I do enjoy it, but it's not. I'm a tarmac boy. I like to go in a leisurely pace, and I just want to, look around at the world. On this thing, you're up high. It's very windy, and it just feels. It all feels very practical, and you're just heading to a destination. It's not about the journey. But on that cruiser, I felt something stirring in me just by being on it, But we're gonna go slow. We're gonna try more of them, and I'm gonna take my time a little bit. I'm not gonna jump on the first thing. I gotta make sure it's legit what I'm feeling, and that it's just not because it's different. Coming back on this, it feels a bit cramped. It feels a bit hard. It's too sharp in many ways. It's like a scalpel, and what I really want is a paintbrush, Yeah, and when I'm on this thing, it just feels like transportation, Just feels like I'm going somewhere. And when I get there, it'll be fine. But till I get there, it doesn't make me feel anything. And that's kind of a shame, because this is a motorcycle. It has to be more than transportation. Otherwise, it's just, it's too much of a hassle, too uncomfortable, too dangerous. You gotta feel something, Okay, here, this when I do a little pull. That thing is fun. The cruiser does not have that ability at all. So I'll be saying goodbye to that. And now I feel a little bit of adrenaline. But I don't think it's adrenaline I need. I need that other brain chemical. Serotonin? Is that glucose? I don't know what it's called. A year ago I spent the last of my savings on this thing. I thought I was going to just go travel the world. So naive, you know. And now getting rid of it, I'll lose so much money. But I mean, it's okay to just admit defeat. Sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes we all do. It's okay. We learn from them, hopefully. And one way I'm going to learn is by taking my time in the decision process for the next one. And we'll see. I do lean towards a cruiser. I did enjoy that a lot. That feeling of sitting on it, and the way everything looked, the way the world looks different from a cruiser than it does from an adventure bike. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll get to something, and maybe, you know, maybe it's not. Maybe it's all more of that retro vibe. Maybe I'll love a Triumph Bonneville. Who knows? And a final point I should make here. It doesn't need me to say it, but obviously I'm not an expert on any of this. I don't care too much of the specifics. I just want that feeling, you know, that good feeling. And I accept that first honeymoon of that first season, maybe those glory days aren't coming back like that. Maybe that type of elation isn't natural, especially for me, because those first rides, those days I just went, and just being outside was a big thing for me. I had gotten so far down in the dumps and deteriorated, so it was a victory just to get out, you know. And then you were on a motorcycle, and it's just it was an incredible feeling. So I want to try to get some of that back, but of course we're human beings. If you do something over and over again, you know, the sensation does get a bit dull or duller. I ain't no dullard. Will you let me? Thank you, boss hog. Oh. And also I lost my parking space in my garage. The guy I was renting a space from sold his apartment, and the new owner needs it. So I'm in a parking garage here, and so I get to use this bicycle shed to the end of the season. So I gotta wheel it in here. So getting that cruiser in and out of this door, that's not a very tempting. I need to find some proper garage space. I measured this is 1 meter wide, I think, so I can just about get this thing through with a little bit of, you know, if I keep my stomach in. But how could I get the cruiser through here? How wide is it? I didn't measure. I'm getting the hang of this. So hey. It's a good bike. It's a cool bike. It's just I don't feel anything for it.